Thank God it's over. After 160 days, 17 hours, 35 minutes, and 52 seconds of straight foolishness, he's finally beaten this godforsaken game. A game that's been released for 20 years and only one person has ever beaten it. And yes, that would be our MC, Retro Taku, a streamer with over 2 million subscribers, as he tells his chat just how much that game sucked. And even though he himself is one of God's few chosen gamers, this game was still beyond difficult skill-wise and has emotionally damaged chat forever, cause in the final battle, all the waifus died and the only husbando to live was the main protagonist, Lucas. Well, for chat, it's one of the trillions of L's they've stacked up over the millennia. But hey, his only goal was to beat this game, not do a no death run. Are they out of their gourd? Cause just looking at Lucas standing there all by his lonesome on the corpses of enemies and allies alike, that he, Retro Taku, would be standing on the corpses of the developers if he tried to go for that challenge. Retro Taku sees a chatter actually ask a useful question. Should the devs give him a reward since he's the first person to ever beat this game on the hardest difficulty? Retro Taku is like, they better. Do they not understand the amount of sleepless nights he had just thinking about strategies for beating this game? Do they know the amount of doujinshis he's bought about this game? How many fanfic he himself has commissioned and drawn? Do they know how many jerk-filled chats like, okay, that's enough, we got it? He's like, as long as they understand just how fucking hard that game was, then good. I mean, it's so goddamn hard. They never bothered releasing a sequel since no one could beat the OG one. Gosh, he can only imagine the reward he's going to get from the developers for beating this game. When then ding, Retro Taku receives a message from who else but Pokemon. No, unfortunately, it was the game developer. This throws chat into an uproar, while Retro Taku is stun-locked as the developer types, huh. To be honest, they didn't know it was possible to even beat the game. They just kind of threw it out there and hoped all of them would eventually figure it out. Retro Taku's face says it all. You got to be fucking kidding me. The developer then types, yeah, it did a few playtests and the gaming journalists couldn't get past the first level, but they already put so much money into it, they were like, it's fine, it's surely a perfectly balanced game with no exploits whatsoever. Retro Taku wonders for his gift, could they possibly tell him their personal home addresses, as he would like to personally go over to each of their houses and just chat. They're like, so about that. He's like, is there an issue? They type, so like the thing about where they happen to reside right now, as he's like, it shouldn't be a problem since he's the first person to beat their perfectly balanced game with no exploits. So he should get to decide what the gift is. And they're like, okay, since you want it so badly. As Retro Taku pops a molly, my god, I think he's sweating. As he reawakens to find himself in a new body on a battlefield wondering what the fuck is currently happening. As he manages to get the hell out of the way of crumpling Faramazula. As the smell of gunpowder fills the air, the cannons burst in his ears. That was a close one. It almost turned into a Helldiver incident. As another cannon goes off right next to him, he turns to shout if you fire that cannon one more time, he's going to shove his fist so far up their ass. But as he turns, he sees a flag that gives him Nam flashbacks. No, 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 no. The soldiers keep fighting as Retro Taku is still knowing they can't do this to him, man. As a soldier runs over to him saying, Your Majesty, but seeing the man's face so close to his face so fast, jump scares the hell out of him, causing him to tell the soldier to stop, drop, shut him down, open up shop, as the soldier drops in honor and respect of the Rough Riders anthem being sung by his lord, as Retro Taku thinks for a brief second that maybe he isn't where he thinks he is, as he's like, so would you happen to know where? When suddenly a wind bomb gets hurled in the direction. Retro Taku gets thrown quite far back from the attack thinking, yeah, this seems about right, as he sees some men to the right of him meeting the goblet of fire while the soldiers on his left are like, we can't let the enemies up here, they'll scare the hoes. When then the soldier gets his muffin cap peeled back blue, Retro Taku is like, oh god, no. As the soldier's severed hand gets sent flying over to him and his blood gets splattered on his face. That definitely can't be sanitary. As the other soldiers get turned into an elementary school spider's art project, Retro Taku is like, please don't do this to me, man. As the giant arachnid is now looking at him with its many eyes and starts singing Rebecca Black Friday to him. Nah, put that dog water back on the karaoke rack and get the fuck out. As the soldiers yell, boo, kill the DJ. They run towards the spider as the spider retaliates by severing their bond with life. I guess Chris criticizing the spider singing and song choice was a bad idea, as Retro Taku realizes, oh god, is going to be singing that song to him for the rest of eternity, as the spider approaches closer, preparing to hit the playback button. When no, it wasn't a bird or a plane, it was Lucas. This has Retro Taku be like, aha, I fucking knew it! And Lucas is like, you knew what? Retro Taku thinks, those sons of harpies really put me in this perfectly balanced game with no exploits whatsoever. I'm going to turn them into toilet paper when I catch them. I swear it. As Lucas is like, Your Highness, we still need to get rid of these spiders as they're scaring all the hoes away. Speaking of scaring the hoes, back up straight, Your Highness. You need to be presentable. No, I can't be scaring the hoes. But Retro Taku thinks for just a second and is like, fuck the hoes. What the hell are they gonna do about the Rebecca Black singing spiders? And that was I Became the Tyrant of a Defense game. Well, the first chapter at least. Anyways, I Became the Tyrant of a Defense game is brought to you by this week's poll, where it managed to be victorious. Now, this video would have been longer, but Elden Ring DLC just dropped, so I'll be streaming that if you want to stop by and check it out live, and I'll also be uploading the VODs to the Lounge channel. Now, with all that being said, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, like, subscribe, ring that bell up. It all helps the channel very much. That's all I got. I am gone. Peace.